What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, everyone enjoyed their rivalry week and aren't agonizing and losing to a rival. But the big news, of course, the Lane Train's heading to Baton Rouge, going to become the coach of the LSU Tigers. Jeffrey, I'm sure you have some strong thoughts about this, so I'm going to let you have a monologue.
Uh, yeah. Lane Kiffin did what I told him not to do. I told him, not personally. I did not tell him, face to face. But I said on here countless times, and you remember me saying it, that Lane Kiffin needed to stay at Ole Miss. That there was no reason on the planet why he should leave Ole Miss, other than what people keep saying, right? Oh, the national championship prestige of LSU, he can win a title there. He can't do that at Ole Miss, even though he's like this close. He was this close. Ole Miss is currently ranked 6th in the country. Right now, one loss. They had a pretty darn close to a championship roster and a loyal fan base that loved him to death. And now there's a bunch of birds, and there are a bunch of people saying, you know what, off to Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss and Oxford. You saw on the plane, he's boarding the plane, all the boos that he received. And to me, like, he already made one SEC fan base hate his guts in Knoxville, Tennessee, back in 2009, 2010, when he went to the USC job out in LA. And to me, it's like, did you learn nothing from that? That's what I kept saying. Like, if he learned, if he's matured, if he's grown from that experience, it's like, probably don't do that, because you left a team that liked you. Now they hate you. The way that you left was trash, and they hated you for it. You go to USC, you get humbled, you get the tarmac treatment, and then now 15 years later, you do it again. Now, obviously, he was at Ole Miss for 5-6 seasons instead of 1 year at Tennessee. But like Ole Miss, they loved what he was doing. He was doing great stuff there, all these program records. And you look at these other programs like Indiana with Kurt Signetti, or you look at Clark Lee at Vanderbilt, or you look at, even though they're not doing as good, but Lance Leopold last couple of years at Kansas, the Drinkwitz at Missouri. These guys stayed at their current job. Now, I understand, are those national championship jobs, even in the NIL era? No. To win a championship, those schools would probably be impossible. Indiana's got the best chance right now. But is it sustainable? I mean, we'll find out. Signetti's also a lot older. He could be content, too, just with what he has. But with Lane, I mean, I understand that you want to win a national championship. And I do understand. I'm not delusional. I understand that at LSU, it is easier to win a national championship than it is at Ole Miss, even in this era with the NIL that has helped programs like Ole Miss. I get that. But the way specifically that this was handled was garbage, absolute garbage. And now taking the staff, just the Ole Miss's season is wrecked. This 11-1 season means nothing. It is stained. It will forever be stained. He could say all day long, "I hope they win." The fan, if they win a game, great. It's over. It's over. I mean, their season, it will forever be the year Lane left. So that's screwed. And you look at freaking LSU. It's like he can win a national title at LSU and get fired a year or two later. That's what they did to Ed O. He might not win a national championship at LSU. And if he doesn't, then he's going to get fired. And you make a lot of money when you get fired. But to me, it just doesn't make any sense why you leave at Ole Miss like that. I don't know, especially the way he did it. And as you saw, and we're going to get to all this other stuff too, I'm sure. I mean, we're not going to be live forever tonight. We got to go to bed eventually. But all of the domino effects of Lane to LSU. And then now you've got Sumrall to Florida. And you've got Silverfield to Arkansas. And you've got Golesh to Auburn, and Fitzgerald to Michigan State really had nothing to do with any of that. But all this is happening now. It's just a domino effect. They call it the coaching carousel for a reason, but that literally was a coaching carousel. All this crap happened today because Lane finally made his move. Finally made his little move. So then all the other teams made their little moves and all think that they got their A+ hire. And what's really going to be funny is like, well, we got our guy. That was not your original option, Florida. You can hype up Summerall all you want, and that dude could maybe do great things at Florida. But you in your little, I haven't watched none of the pressers because I've been busy all day. But they might have their little pressers and be like, oh well, we got our guy. Summerall was always our number one. Yeah. Okay, you wanted Lane, you didn't get him. Which I told everybody on the planet that they were not getting Lane, even though Florida fans were delusional for thinking that. But everyone's got their guy now. The only team that is open is Penn State, which I think is hilarious that they started this all off with Franklin and they still got nothing. So that's funny. So way to go, Penn State. But everybody else has filled their little holes. The SEC has filled their holes. And we had a feeling that it would be a pretty quick domino effect once Lane made his move. I didn't think they were all going to announce today, though. That's pretty funny. But yeah, so I definitely want to hear your thoughts, Will. I want to talk about all these coaches and whether you think this was a good hire, that's a bad hire. Because honestly, at the end of the day, we have no idea. But this is a big kerfluffle that went down today and yesterday and all of that. And Lane Kiffin right now is the ultimate villain of college football.
I just wish that Lane would have been able to coach Ole Miss. I wish he wouldn't have been gone. I mean, it's just the way the system is kind of. I mean, Kiffin definitely deserves some blame, but like the system, like kind of created this mess to be this like messy. Like Kiffin should be able to wait on his decision until after the playoffs. It's just the frustrating part of all of this.
Yeah, I actually agree with you on what you just said because you can't take it one of two ways. On the one hand, Lane does deserve blame because of the fact that I think that even though I think toward the end he legitimately was getting frustrated by it, I think he did enjoy the drama, at least initially. It was kind of like, ooh, am I going here? Am I going here? And all that. It was kind of cool, But I think toward the end he got sick of it too.
You know why he got sick of it? It was when that Ole Miss beat reporter said about Lane Kiffin, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. That's what he said that to Lane. And then after the Mississippi State, after the Egg Bowl game, he had, how he has like the police officers around him. Mm-hmm. He went up straight to that guy, like with 6 officers around him, and he was like, like I don't remember what he said exactly to him, but I'm like, come on, Lane, just do it by yourself. Don't be around your police officers.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I don't even blame that guy necessarily for even saying that. I mean, like, should he have said that way? Probably no, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, what that phrase means. And when you apply it to Lane hopping around from team to team like this, it is similar. At the same time, though, I understand, you want, as a great coach, and Lane is a great coach, to win championships. I get that. But, I mean, you got Ole Miss so freaking close. Like, if Ole Miss, if he had been in Ole Miss for like 3 or 4 years and like their best season was like 8-4, 9-3, and he had left for LSU because they're like, oh my gosh, he did this at Ole Miss, and then he took the LSU job. Ole Miss fans probably like, well, it was inevitable. He did great thing. It's because Ole Miss got this close.
Like LSU, I saw LSU fans on Twitter saying, "Oh, why weren't people mad at Kalen DeBoer? He did the same thing for Washington when he went to Bama." Yeah, it's not.
It's not the same. It's not even close to the same thing. If you think it was the same thing, then you're delusional. LSU fans, you should be. You should. If I was an LSU fan, which I'm not, and thank God I'm not, because that program sucks. I would be. I would feel bad. I would, but I'm not. But and LSU fans, they don't give a crap because I mean they'll be just as happy to fire Lane in 3 years as they were to hire him. But I don't know. It's despicable. I mean, to even try to compare that to DeBoer. I mean, what really? I mean, Washington, he was there for 2 years. Okay. He was there for 2 years, had success, moved on. Ole Miss is not Washington. Washington has a history of being good. And they got a pretty good replacement in Jed Fish. He's doing fine. Like, they're fine. Okay. Plus, like you said, and I agree, that's why we got off the topic of that, but I agree with you that Lane should have been able to coach. And I do think Lane did want to coach. But the system, what's going on right now is dog crap. I mean, the thing is that all of this stuff that is going on right now should be happening after the season is over. I don't care about the academics because people keep telling me, well, the portal needs to be open because of the academic. The academics is the last thing on everyone's mind right now when it comes to sports. It's at the back burner. It's all about the money and the athletics part of everything. It's not the academic part of anything. So if that's the case, allow these dudes to transfer at the end of the freaking season, after their bowl game, after the playoffs, and then do all your little transfer. If it's tough to transfer your little credits and you're at boo-hoo-hoo, because you did this. You allow these players to transfer, these coaches to leave like this. Boo-hoo. Like, my Lord, that this should be happening at the end of the season. None of this should be happening. And the fact that all these teams, I mean, it's a web. I read this article. I think it was from CBS Sports, but I read this intertangled web. I mean, it was like, oh my gosh, it looks like Florida might get Golesh. No, Summerall. Oh, Arkansas could get Golesh. No, they're getting Silverfield. It's like they're all just talking to each other when you're supposed to be playing football. The current season is still going. Yet all these teams out there don't give one flying flip about their current season and their current players or any of that. It's all about next year. Why are we giving a you know what about next year when this year's still going on? There is a major problem in college sports if this is going to continue. You cannot have all of these guys. It is different with Virginia Tech and Franklin because Franklin got fired and Virginia Tech fired their coach. So it's like, okay, hire Franklin. That's fine. There's nothing wrong. There's no issue with that. But with this crap of hiring other coaches, South Florida, is Golesh not going to be able to coach if they make the playoffs? You see the problem here? All of this should have happened after the season. It should have happened after the season. And it's not happening after the season. DeBoer happened after the season. It happened after the season. And obviously it's because Saban retired and it was convenient and the timing and whatever. But that is why, like, for anyone to even try to compare that, you're just trying to find some type of angle that ain't even there. The Lane Kiffin LSU thing will live down in infamy, just like the tarmac and the Tennessee crap. I mean, you showed me the videos. I remember the Tennessee people burning his crap. Like, Ole Miss will do the same thing right now. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in the state of Mississippi right now. Things are going down tonight. All right. I don't know. I'm livid. I mean, I don't hate Lane like some people are hating Lane. I don't hate Lane, but Lane made the wrong move here. I believe. I think he made the wrong move. Now, obviously, if he goes to LSU, wins a national championship, 2 national championships, 3 national championships, he's the new Saban, new Kirby, new Ron Day, new whatever, Signetti, whatever the other coach you want to compare the dude. Great. Good for him, and it worked out and all that, but this was just slimy as crap. It was just slimy. It was terrible, and all these programs should be ashamed. All of them. Auburn. I mean, I'm reading that, if Auburn had to beat Alabama, they would have hired Durkin instead. And Penn State supposedly wanting Terry. These teams are just delusional. They're all delusional. Completely delusional. I'm glad Curt Signetti did what he did. Curt Signetti is a real one. The dude was like, you know what? I'm signing the contract. I'm staying at IU. I'm not flirting with none of this crap. All these coaches, I mean, all the coaches that just got hired, they claimed that the one was thinking about going to this school and then they flipped to that school. They were all talking with each other. And if that's true, If all these teams were in talks with these coaches and it was all a domino effect like that because of the way it was presented like this, it's slimy. Anybody that thinks this isn't slimy, you got a problem, man. You have a problem if you think this is okay. College sports, this is not amateurism. It's get that out of your head. This is professional crap. This is like Major League Soccer crap. This is NFL crap. This is terrible. This is horrible. What just occurred today. It is horrible. And all of them should be ashamed. Just slimy, trashy, garbage programs is what all of them are. All of them. Every single one of them. I have no respect for them. I mean, like, they're fans. You could be excited you got Golesh. You could be excited you got Sumrall and Kiffin. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But your program, all that is garbage, is what just happened today. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more frustrated I get for just everything involved. It is terrible. Like, you're telling me that the academics matter so much. But yeah, you don't even give a crap about the freaking football season. You're going to allow all this to happen, and it just blows everything up for all the teams involved. South Florida's blown up. Their season's over. Ole Miss's season's over. They don't even care.
I mean, it's crazy that, like, LSU got everything they wanted after Kelly fired. Like, it all worked out for LSU at the end. After they fired Kelly. They got what they wanted. But
yeah, they got what they wanted, and I mean, I don't know. They didn't deserve to get what they wanted. And what has LSU done to say that they deserve to get what they wanted? I mean, they had to fire their AD. They got the governor involved. I don't know. All I know is that Lane Kiffin better win some national titles at LSU. He better do it, because if he does not, then this will be laughed at for the end of time. Ole Miss fans will be rooting for his failure.
I mean, they don't like LSU. They didn't like LSU before this either. But
of course not. They're rivals, but it makes it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be rooting for his downfall. You know, so I don't know. I just I can't believe it, man. I mean, I thought Lane had learned. I thought he had learned, and he didn't. And it's a shame.
I don't really blame Lane. I mean, I don't know. Doing it the way he did it was bad, but
it was terrible. And I just think that all these other teams, it was terrible too. I mean, again, it is the system. It is the system that is being.
Caden, I'm still like, they could screw Notre Dame at the end. So
you're gonna get it, dude. You are going to make the playoffs. I can't say I promise you, because I can't promise you anything. All right, but they're going to make the playoffs. You're good. Freeman's not leaving. As far as I know, CJ Carr, Jeremiah Love, and Jadarian Price, they're all okay. So you can't use no injury argument. You can't use the coaches gone.
Oh, one last thing, Jeffrey. This might get you riled up again. Will they take Ole Miss out of the playoffs because they won't have their coaches? Will they?
That's the point right there. Because again, with Florida State and Travis, it kicked them out of the playoffs. Now you've got the same problem. You know, you got the same problems like Ole Miss is. You know, the coach is gone. Is he going to take all the players? You know, the coaching staff. You know, I don't know. I mean, there's a really good chance that they kick him out, which just conveniently opens the door for Miami. Ooh, you made it, Miami. All that complaining that you had over Notre Dame, and you're gonna get in anyway. So it's like, what was all the fuss about, man? You whined. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's messed up. This is messed up. I mean, we're talking about kicking teams out of the playoffs for not having their coach, not having players, teams hiring coaches before the conference championship game. I mean, again, this used to happen before, Will, but it doesn't feel more wrong now?
Yeah.
It feels worse. I mean, like this. I mean, this is the only time I'm going to agree with Kay the Diesel Freak. Yes. This is an accurate statement. I hate it too, because I love college football. I'm going to keep watching college football. We're all going to keep watching college football because we love college football. But this stuff's messed up, man. Like if you have any bit of honesty and integrity in your body and you care at all about honesty and integrity, then everything that you just witnessed today should make you physically ill. Like I could not believe when you just kept notifying me, Will. Yeah, this coach got hired and this coach got hired. And then, okay. I guess we're doing that. I mean, that's why we're live right now. Yeah, it is a mess. I mean, it makes me sick, man. Yeah, well, okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not mad at Auburn fans. I'm not mad at Florida fans, LSU fans, Arkansas fans. None of them. I'm not mad at them, and I'm not mad at even necessarily the program itself. But all that's just slimy. It's just slimy. So freaking slimy. And I know people are gonna be like, well, Jeffrey, Kurt Signetti got hired from James Madison, and he didn't coach in the bowl game. Okay, I know. But at the same time, it's also James Madison. I mean, people. Chesney's good. He's good. So, salute. They're fine. I don't know, man. It's still wrong. It is wrong, but they need to change the freaking rules here. Stop doing this to teams. Stop doing this, man. Like Lane Kiffin left an 11-1 football team. An 11-1 football team that is in the playoffs, or would be, or should be, or maybe still will be, or might not be playoff team to join LSU went 7-5 because LSU's a better program. I don't know. It's like the argument people keep making, Will, is like, they need to go in and get a jump on recruiting and do it all after the season. If you do it all after the season, this is not even a problem. I don't know. Dude, rule needs to be changed. Do all this after the season. All of this after the season. Again, the academics, forget it. Because that is the art. I keep hearing, well, the calendar, the academic calendar, all this needs to be done before the academic calendar. Well, this is why your bowl games suck. Because everybody's in the portal. I guess people committing all this before the ball. Stop doing this, man. All of this after the season. All of it after the season. The portal, the carousel. We can have fun talking about this after the season. And I would be 95 million% less mad right now if Lane was going to LSU after the season. I'd still be like, wow, that's dumb. Should have stayed at Ole Miss. I would still say that. But I wouldn't be infuriated like I am currently. I feel for Ole Miss fans. I feel for these programs that got screwed over like this. It's terrible. At the end of the day, I agree with Will's take. I do. I agree. I mean, it's the system that's messed up. It's the way this currently is that's messed up, is why it's problematic. But before we go on to the game, I want to talk about all the games that just happened. I got to some of them yesterday, but we really didn't, I didn't get to much of them yesterday. We were talking about Lane for 2 hours. But of all the hires, because obviously Lane to LSU is probably the best hire. I mean, it is the best hire. Do you like the other hires? Do you think the other hires are good? What do you think?
I mean, I think that Eric Morris to Oklahoma State was good. I think that's a good hire for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, they need to get their NIL situation, though, man. That's the problem.
And then Jim Moore to Colorado State. I mean, I like that hire. Silverfield to Arkansas. I mean, Silverfield was on the hot seat heading into the year. I don't know if Arkansas is going to be any better with him.
Well, I mean, Memphis has pretty high standards for a G5. You know what I'm saying? Like they have pretty high standards. Memphis, out of all the teams in the group of 5 currently, Memphis is like that one team that you're like, yeah, they could be Power 4.
Yeah.
Could. You know what I mean? Like Boise has some logistics problems. And I know people are going to be like, Jeffrey, explain those logistics problems. I don't have to explain the logistics problems. Everyone knows Boise has some problems for why they're not in the Power 4. Major problems. Like they could, but them also slipping the last 5 to 8 years has not been that ideal either for them. If they were still cranking out seasons like they were 15 years ago, they'd be fine, even with their issues as a program to try to jump. But yeah, Boise, Memphis, yeah, those are your teams there. But I mean, Boise, I mean, all that conglomeration, that's just that new Pac-12 crap. They're gonna try to boost 12 and act like it's the Power 5 again, which is not and never will be. So that's a joke. But Memphis legitimately could join the Big 12. But like Ron Silverfield, that's why he was on the hot team. I mean, he did well there, but Mike Norvell did better there. Like his record was better than Silverfield. It's an average hire. I mean, Arkansas is not a very good job right now either. So, I mean, they're not. They don't seem to be pumping a lot into their NIL. Not everyone in the SEC can win either. Will you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like how they say in the ACC, like Carolina could be good, Virginia Tech could be good because the ACC blows. The SEC doesn't have that power backing. They have their elite teams or their teams that compete every year. I mean, we clown Tennessee, but Tennessee still gives you 8-4, 9-3 seasons. I mean, they're competing out there. Arkansas is horrible. Mm-hmm. And they're way down there. So Ron Silverfield's probably going to get fired.
Yeah.
I mean, always have to preface it and say maybe he does well there, because if I say if he's going to get fired, then people are like, well, Jeffrey, you said he was going to get fired, and he took him to the SEC title game. Anything's possible. I don't think it's likely.
All right. Alex Golesh to Auburn. I think Golesh is better than the Summerall and Silverfield, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. That's just my prediction.
Honestly, I think that Golesh to Florida would have made more sense for him. Not saying that Summerall is worse for Florida than Golesh, but what I think's funny about Florida is the fact that their guy was Lane. Mm-hmm. And I love how they phrase it. Oh, erratic communication between them and okay. So they just completely defaulted to Summerall and Golesh level. Didn't even attempt anybody else of major caliber because they had no shot. I think Florida fans fail to realize that a lot of them do. Okay, all right. Take the pump the brakes. Some Florida fans don't realize that their program is in shambles right now. That's problem. They have administrative problems. I've been told by a lot of Florida fans that they have a lot of administrative problems. So the Florida fans that get it, they Golesh to Auburn. I mean, they got a guy from the South. Like they didn't get like Harsin, who's from Boise. I don't know. I mean, there's a shot it works. I just think Auburn and Florida just have problems. I mean, do you think?
Well, what I've heard from Auburn, from like some Auburn people, is that their administration actually like they got their act together, and that's better now. We'll see how long it lasts.
But I mean, it's definitely like up in the air though. Like it's we'll see. Like prove it to us, type of deal. Yeah, I mean Auburn has great history. They got great fans, but I mean they've been bad for a long time now. I mean, on a decade. It's gonna be hard. I think Golesh has energy. I think that he did good turning South Florida around, because South Florida was bad.
Yeah, they're bad with Willie Taggart.
So, I mean, Charlie Strong, they were, they were. It started falling apart. The last like decent year they had under Charlie Strong was the year that they completely ended the quarterback for UCF's career.
Bortles
injury. What was his name again? Can't even remember. The dude that went to Florida State.
Milton.
Yeah, McKenzie Milton. I completely blanked on his name. McKenzie Milton. He got hurt in the South Florida game, which South Florida defender not hurt him. Like he just tackled. It was a clean tackle, but it messed his entire leg up. So I remember watching that game. So C+ for Golesh to Auburn. I don't know. I mean, like we
got news. Stoops is gonna expected to be fired.
Not shocked at that at all.
Yeah.
I literally didn't I tweet something to that effect recently? I think I literally said that Stoops should be fired. Oh no, I swear I said that the other day. Because I mean, dude, losing 41-0 to freaking Louisville, man. I mean, you just quit.
Mm-hmm.
You just absolutely quit. Yeah, I know I said something to that effect though. Like they needed to fire him. But now that like all these coaches have been hired now, all these jobs, like what are they gonna do? You know, what are they gonna do now? You know, like I don't know who they're gonna get. So I don't know, man. Thanks for the breaking news though, Jackson, but definitely not shocked with Stoops at all. Summerall, Florida, though,
We'll see, but
ought to be better than Billy, right?
yeah, it can't be worse.
The issue with Summerall, though, there's one problem. There is one fundamental problem, and it's not to say that this ain't going to work or he's going to do well, but he did do good at Troy. He did do good at Troy as well. So I don't know if Troy was good before that or not. I don't know, but
they were good. They were good with Neil Brown. Did a good job at Troy before him.
Okay, well, that kind of hurts his argument though, because my point to make about Tulane. Who was the coach of Tulane before John Summerall? Willie Fritz. And I think Tulane was pretty good with Willie Fritz. Yeah. So a point.
That's why I was saying Golesh was better than Silverfield and Summerall. That's why, because
he didn't turn around a program.
Yeah,
Golesh turned around South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Golesh turned around South Florida because they were bad before he got the job.
And Norvell turned around Memphis before Silverfield got the job.
Yeah, but Summerall, again, it's not to say he's not a good coach. It's not to say that he can't coach, but the two jobs he was at the Group of 5 level were already good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that it has a chance. I think it has to be better than Billy Napier. The problem with Billy Napier though is that he was recruiting well.
See, well, he was recruiting better, but Florida fans still didn't think he was doing well enough recruiting. But he was recruiting better than Mullen.
Well, I mean, anybody would recruit better than Mullen, but I feel like the problem here, though, Will, is that recruiting is becoming less important, which I know is probably going to make Steven lose his mind. I'm going to clarify what I mean by that. I'm not saying it's not important. You got to have a good recruiting class. It's becoming less important for guys trying to turn a program around like this. Because of Cignetti and because of these other examples of these quick turnaround, DeBoer at Washington, how did DeBoer at Washington and how did Cignetti at Indiana turn the programs around? The portal. They struck gold in the portal. Napier had good recruiting. But did he ever get to – did those recruits ever get realized at Florida under Billy Napier? No. Because these programs are fire. Look at Jonathan Smith. Did Jonathan Smith ever get to build anything with his recruiting classes? You know the old saying, you need to get 4 or 5 years for the recruiting class so they can become senior. All that's dead. That's old thinking. These dudes are getting fired and hired every 2 years. So Billy Napier, Jonathan Smith, those type of dudes never got to realize the recruiting classes. They never got to play for them. So, like, if John Summerall is at Florida and he's recruiting out of this world, but he gets fired 2 years later, then it don't matter. What these guys, unfortunately, have to do is strike gold in the transfer. That's just the way it is now. If you strike gold in the portal like Norvell that 1 year, you're great, and then the years following, you suck. You got to find a way.
You have to do both, Jeffrey. You have to do both. You have to hit the portal.
That's what I was going to say. You have to find a way to strike gold in the portal first and then pair it with recruiting.
Mm-hmm. It's hard.
The recruiting first. Because if you start with the recruiting first, you're going to get fired.
Tim Beck fired from Coastal.
Not shocked there either. I mean, you remember when he got hired, everyone said it was a bad hire.
Yeah.
Not surprised by that at all. But I mean, what's Coastal going to do? Get Chadwell back? Because I mean, Chadwell's struggling at Liberty. I don't know.
There's Jonathan Smith fired.
Yeah. So now you said they got Fitzgerald, right?
Yes.
It's not on there, but you shocked by that?
Well, this is the firing, so we're gonna go back. We'll go to the hiring.
Okay.
Lane Kiffin. Pete Golding is the interim. Bama fans hated him, right?
Yeah. So interim, or is he the actual coach?
Interim.
So they're going to still try to hire somebody.
I think.
Yeah, people were saying that they needed to hire Dan Mullen, which was hilarious. Because Dan Mullen was at Mississippi State. It'd be like, oh,
wait, I don't know. Maybe he will be the coach.
Could happen for real. Oh, you talking about Golding is the actual coach?
Yeah.
I thought the way I read it, because I read it before I came on here. I was trying to read these really quick. I thought that I read that he was the coach, Pete Golding. But I don't know. He could be intern, but I thought I read that it was the coach.
Summerall B+, Silverfield, Golesh, B+. Stanford getting defeated Pritchard.
You know what's the problem with
Stanford?
Yeah. You know what the problem is with Stanford? They keep hiring people that are within like they got Luck as their GM guy, right? Yeah. And now they got this dude who was their former quarterback. Deshaun Foster was a part of UCLA. Did that work? No. So Stanford just keeps throw crap at the wall. It ain't working. I'm saying that Tavita guy ain't gonna do good, but he probably ain't. So I don't think most of those hires are actually that good. But yeah, I think it's a better shot Lane Kiffin gets fired at LSU than is there for 10 years. You remember how they said, Belichick, is it a better shot that he goes 4-8 or goes to the AC Championship game? I said it was a better shot he went 4-8. Well, they went 4-8. I think it's better shot Lane it gets fired than has a 10-year career. You know what? I could be wrong. I'll admit I'm wrong if I am. But
UMass went 0-12. No surprise.
Yeah, they're the new Kent State, or they've always been like Kent State. I don't know. They're terrible. Take them out of the FBS.
Navy. Good year for Navy, 9-2.
Memphis crumbled. I mean, is it because Silverfield quit? That he didn't care anymore since he was getting the job. I don't know, man. People always argue that, but Memphis sucked down the stretch. IU just glorious on IU. Love it. Bert said if Jed Fish will leave. Well, Jed Fish wanted to go to Florida. You think Jed Fish would go to Ole Miss? I mean, they got Golding anyway, so Fish is probably staying where he is.
Fish is probably staying. He's either staying or maybe Penn State. But yeah, Texas beating A&M. I mean, they have a shot. I think I'll still be shocked if they get in.
They're not gonna get in. They're not gonna.
But fair play to Arch. I mean, Reed crumbled down the stretch, but Arch played well. So
yeah, it cracks me up because everybody said that Reed should have been a Heisman candidate. It's like, dude, sold. No. He was not a Heisman candidate. I don't think Stockton is either.
Yeah, Stockton is.
Throwing 70 yards against Georgia Tech.
I mean, Stockton's a good quarterback, but he's not a Heisman quarterback.
No. I mean, I told everybody last night, Jeremiah Love should win the Heisman. Even though I wish I wanted Mendoza to win it. I wanted him to win it. He could win it, but if it ain't going to be Mendoza, I want it to be Love. That's what I said last night.
Arizona beating Arizona State. I mean, disappointing year for Arizona State, man. I mean,
Jeff Sims
Jeff
sucks.
Sims, he is who we thought he was.
Dude, he's bad, man. He's terrible. Like I hate being so harsh to a player because I mean, you know, deep bench players, like deep bench players. But yeah, Jeff said I don't like trashing players too hard because personally, Duke could be a great guy. I don't know him, but on the field, he sucks. Like he's not good, man. He wasn't good at Nebraska, Georgia Tech. Now he's never gonna be good. It sucks that Levitt got hurt, and now like Levitt's leaving. Remember that's been the rumor that he's leaving. I don't know, but yeah, Arizona. I knew to pick them, and we also knew to pick.
Yeah, that was the easiest pick of the week. Them and Minnesota were the easiest picks of the week.
The fact that so many people picked Nebraska, Will, is hilarious. If you were looking at like picks, there was a lot of people that picked Nebraska. Why?
What?
Pick Nebraska. For real. Like I think one article I read, there was like a panel of 12 people and 5 of them picked Nebraska.
Mm. Happy for New Mexico. Good year for the Lobos.
Got that one wrong. Good job on New Mexico. It's a close game, though. Could have gone either way. But
Boise squeaking by Utah State.
I picked Boise, and they should have lost. So it's good on them that they came back. The game was bad.
I knew this was going to happen. Yeah, I got that one right. Michigan's not good right now.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Geez.
They're the only team in the Big 12 that has a even close to a roster good enough to compete for a championship. Every other big not even close. I thought Washington would play better.
Yeah. And LSU, man, they're close.
Oklahoma sucked. I mean, why is people wanting to debate whether Notre Dame should be in, but why is Oklahoma not getting the same treatment?
Like I said that to Mark, and Mark was like shocked that I said it today.
I'm with you though. Oklahoma's not good, man. It should have never beat Alabama. Like I'm sorry. I know that in the column, in the win-loss column, Oklahoma won the game. I get it. I understand it. But Oklahoma should not have won that game. Alabama gave them the freaking game. And Oklahoma, since that game, has been playing horrible. I mean, this is ugly, man. They should have lost. I'm actually kind of hoping they would. It would have been hilarious. It's not that I don't like Oklahoma. It's just if you're gonna play that poorly, you don't deserve to get in. And like the fact that of all the 2-loss teams, they're the one that's like, oh, they're a lock. Like if you look at like the locks, you've seen it on Twitter, right? Oh, all the locks. Yeah. It's like it's Oregon, it's A&M, it's Ole Miss until I don't know now, but before that, Indiana, Ohio State, Texas Tech, Georgia, all those are the locks, and then they're like Oklahoma. I'm like, why are they a lock? But Notre Dame, Alabama, those teams are. I mean, I get with Alabama because they have the SEC championship game, but to me, like if those teams are not locks, then Oklahoma shouldn't be either. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't hate Oklahoma. I don't have a beef with them. It's just I don't get why they're a lock.
I'm annoyed that Stanford scored 20 points on the backups, but overall, good.
Yeah. Anybody that watched that game knows it wasn't close. It's like comparing apples to oranges with the Miami Notre Dame thing. Like you said, I mean, scoring margin really doesn't matter. If you blow a team out, you blow a team out. And we all knew Alabama-Auburn was going to be close. We all knew that. And it was. I mean, Alabama didn't play good at times, but they got the win.
Auburn blew it at the end. So.
And now they have to find a way to go out there and either compete with Georgia or beat them. Because if not, then they might miss the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. BYU handled business. Miami handled business. Thought Pitt would have a chance. When it was 7-3 Pitt, I got a little excited, but
Did you see where like UCF though how the picture that they had of him online, it made Scott Frost look like he was 70. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm serious. Like, I mean, I was watching an interview with him. He don't look that bad. But for some reason, the picture they took, I don't know if they edited that thing, man, but the picture they took of him, he looks 70 years old. And I was blown away. But yeah, Lane Scott Frost is not starting his UCF re-tenure off very well. For some reason, a lot of these re-tenures don't work. You notice that, like I mean, Shiano at Rutgers is trying, but I mean, he's got a lot going up against. But like Mac Brown and a lot of these work. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Miami though, I picked Pitt, dude. I thought Miami would choke it away, but I mean, they gave themselves a pretty convincing argument. Oh well, we're getting to Vanderbilt up next. No comments about Pavia's mom. Everybody loves Pavia's mom. Yeah. And why is Vanderbilt not considered for the playoffs? I mean, legitimately, if Miami's being considered for the playoffs, then why is Vanderbilt not?
I mean, I guess they don't have any like Tennessee's their only like great win.
Go ahead.
Tennessee, I think they should have paid Nico. I think they would have had a better chance of making the playoffs with Nico than Joey. Because like if you watch Nico at UCLA, like it's not his fault, really. It's like the team around him's bad. But I feel like if Nico was with Tennessee, like maybe they beat Bama, maybe they beat Georgia, maybe they're 10-2 and in the playoffs.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we'll never know, but maybe. I don't know. To me though, I just think that if Miami is considered for the playoffs, then Vandy should be considered for the playoffs too. That is my point. Just like how if Oklahoma's a lock, why is Notre Dame and Alabama not? Like these things all stand. All these teams are 10-2. All of them are. What separates one from the other? Their resumes are very similar. I mean, if you saw in the AP poll, Vanderbilt was ranked ahead of Miami, and now Miami is ranked ahead of Vanderbilt. They switched these two teams. Even though, in my opinion, a win at Tennessee is more impressive than a win at Pittsburgh. But somehow Vandy got jumped by Miami. So that kind of tells you where the head's at. The head's at Vandy has no shot at the playoffs. I mean, I understand Utah. No one's talking about Utah either because they're in that space too. But, I mean, it's the Big 12. I mean, I think Utah deserves a little consideration, but I think Vandy deserves some consideration. But they're not getting in.
24, Godfather. St. Major's Haynes King, 24.
I think that was a joke with the 30. Yeah.
USC slept through that first half, man. Tim wasn't happy, but they got it together in the second.
No, they're 9-3. All is well. Lincoln Riley, he's not getting fired for this. 9-3 is okay.
Virginia took care of business over bad Virginia Tech team.
They have to beat Duke if the ACC wants to make the playoff.
SMU losing to Cal with
both SMU and Louisville lost to Cal.
Saga Politelli is a good quarterback, though. I wonder if he'll stay at Cal or hit the portal.
Saga Politelli, and I've said it closely, and Mendoza were both good at Cal.
Yeah.
Cal gets good quarterbacks. The problem is
Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
See, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, they stayed. Mendoza did not. And really good chance that JKS doesn't stay either. So, sucked for Cal. But decent season.
Louisville beating Kentucky. I mean,
that's why he's fired.
Mm-hmm.
This was the nail in the coffin.
I mean, decent day for the ACC. I mean, Georgia Tech competed. Louisville beat Kentucky. Clemson beat South Carolina. Like ACC, like decent day. Although Florida State lost.
Clemson, and I believed in Dabo on this one. South Carolina giving up on life this season. So
Dave Aranda might be fired.
they said they were giving him another year.
Okay.
That's what they said earlier this season.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been backing up on that. Kleiman's still trucking along at good old 6-6. Campbell ended up having a very Matt Campbell year.
Mm-hmm.
ECU went going 8-4 is pretty good.
Delaware going bowling.
It's good for Delaware. New to the FBS.
So is Missouri State, even though they lost. Good first years in the FBS for them. App State not going bowling, sadly, for them.
Yeah, they're kind of fading.
We got this one right.
Oh, yeah. Cuse, man. The fall off from Syracuse needs to be studied. Mm-hmm. Because there is something to be said about a team that loses their quarterback and then just completely crumbles. Like they did. I mean, there are examples of teams losing their quarterbacks and they fall apart. Like Maryland started 4-0 and then they fell apart. But it just doesn't seem as shocking. Like Syracuse started 3-0, playing pretty good football, and then they didn't lose their last 9 games. They got boat raced in their last 9. They weren't even competitive in a single game. Not one game. I have no idea. Like, that is unreal. I mean, Notre Dame starting out 21-0 without touching the football on offense. Type bad. I mean, Boston College stinks, and they killed Syracuse. I don't know. Like, Fran Brown's got a lot to do. Yeah, Minnesota beating Wisconsin. Them beating Wisconsin is like Iowa beating Minnesota and Wisconsin.
And Nebraska.
And Nebraska. It's just a given. Iowa owns those 3 teams. They will continue to own them as long as Ferentz is there.
And Penn State won in a shootout over Rutgers. Credit Rutgers for the effort, but
they did. They played hard.
Mm-hmm. Duke going to the ACC championship, even though they lost.
Yeah, and then you've got people saying that Miami should have been self-inserted, and that's why I got mad. The fact that you were going to try to bend the rules to get Miami in the playoffs, what people were proposing is just pathetic. You know what would be hilarious is if they actually did bend the rules to get Miami into the championship game, and then Miami
won. Yeah,
I would be all for that. All for it. Go ahead. I'm just talking. Miami does not deserve to be in the AC championship game. If Miami gets in the playoffs, they get in the playoffs as an at-large, whatever. But don't self-insert them. They lost. They laid their grave. TCU had a decent year.
Army sneaking in a bowl, even though they had a bad year.
Yes, good for them. Yeah, UTSA at 6-6, and they go bowling as well. Florida State. What? Florida State, man. Like, they had a couple games this year where they played good. Obviously, Bama, but the Wake game, remember they beat them like 42-0. But then this, like, how? Like, I thought Florida State would win, so they'd go bowling. I thought Florida quit the Kentucky game, but I don't know. Whatever. Florida, I guess Florida wanted to keep their rivals from making a bowl, and it worked. And then Washington State gets revenge on Oregon State somehow. So
they're going bowling.
I can't believe they lost to them the first time. That's crazy. They should have swept Oregon State. Illinois went 8.
CJ Bailey, where will he be going this year? He's probably hitting the portal too.
Everybody's gonna hit the portal. Just portal mania. Mm-hmm. And Bill Belichick's got a lot of soul searching to do. It's funny, you have a bad year, you're like fired just now. I mean, like if Belichick goes 3-9 next year, he's gone. They're not going to give him another year. Like this stuff's wild, man.
Mhm.
Coaches are getting fired left and right. I mean, Jonathan Smith didn't even have a chance to build a thing. Nothing.
All right. Well, quite a energetic episode, especially
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do
We're gonna do a little
tomorrow?
research on the conference championships.
Yeah.
Try to give some good picks.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't matter when you want to do that. Tomorrow, later this week. I mean, that should be short because there's only like a few games. The toughest ones we always struggle with the group of 5. Those will be like, tell us about the MAC. I'm like, dude, I respect MAC football and I respect they play on Tuesday nights, but I don't watch this. I mean, every now and then I'll turn one on while I'm doing stuff. Like it's background.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate everybody for being here. Subscribe to Will and D. Subscribe to my channel, Only Talk Sports, if you haven't already. Definitely glad we got to do this show tonight. I'm just frustrated about what's going on in college football right now, but it is what it is. Hopefully, all these coaches, it works out for them, but there will be a lot of these coaches that get fired. We'll be talking about them a year or two from now getting fired. So we'll be covering the coaching carousel forever at this point. It's going to be wild year in and year out. But it's a ton of fun talking about it with you, Will, and definitely can't wait to do the predictions on the conference championship game soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.